In the bustling heart of New Dawn City, the memory market was a marvel of neon lights and whispered deals. Stalls lined cobblestone alleys, each displaying memories like rare artifacts, bottled in shimmering vials or encased in intricate glass spheres. Buyers wandered through, searching for a glimpse of forgotten love, the thrill of a long-lost adventure, or fragments of long-dead geniuses' inspiration. For Theo, a struggling artist, the market was a place of equal wonder and desperation. His once celebrated works had turned stale, lifeless. Rent was overdue, and his canvas sat blank in his tiny apartment. Inspiration had fled him like a spooked bird. So here he was, in the heart of the memory market, clutching his last few credits and hoping to find a spark. "Looking for anything in particular, sweetheart?" asked a vendor, her voice thick with smoke and mischief. She gestured to her display of memories. A glowing blue orb labeled First Kiss, a swirling green mist marked Standing on Mount Everest, and a small flickering golden sphere titled Genius's Euphoria. Theo shook his head. He needed something different, something powerful, something no one had seen before. At the back of the market, tucked in a shadowy corner, Theo found it. A single vial, dusty and unmarked, pulsing faintly with a deep amber glow. The vendor, an old man with a mechanical eye, peered at Theo with a mix of curiosity and caution. "That one's unique," the vendor said, his voice low. "Came from a private collector. Don't know whose it is, but it's potent. Dangerous, maybe. Not for the faint of heart." "How much?" Theo asked, his breath catching in his throat. The vendor named his price. It was just within Theo's meager budget. Heart racing, he handed over the credits and took the vial. Back in his dimly lit apartment, Theo stared at the glowing vial. He hesitated, his hand trembling as he uncorked it. The memory rushed out like a living thing, wrapping around him in a warm golden haze. He saw a woman. Her face was obscured, but her voice was clear, melodic, and commanding. "The system is a lie," she said, her tone sharp with urgency. "They took everything from us. But they can't erase the truth, not entirely. It's hidden in the memories. You have to find the others." The vision shifted. Theo saw flashes of a laboratory, rows of shadowy figures in white coats, and a symbol, a crimson triangle with an eye in the center. When the memory ended, Theo was left gasping, sweat dripping down his face. He stumbled to his sketchbook, his hand moving as if guided by unseen forces. He drew the woman's face, or at least what little he could recall, and the mysterious symbol. The next day, Theo returned to the memory market, the sketch tucked under his arm. "Who is this?" he asked every vendor he could find. Most shook their heads. Some whispered warnings to stay away. Finally, the old man with the mechanical eye leaned in close. "You shouldn't be asking questions like that, boy," he growled. "That woman, she's trouble, or was, before they erased her." "Erased?" Theo's voice cracked. The old man nodded. "They call it cleansing. Take someone's memories, scatter them across the market. It's how they keep control. Forget enough and you're just a shadow of yourself. But that one? She knew things. Dangerous things." Theo couldn't let it go. Over the next few days, he poured his energy into finding more fragments. He traded his few remaining valuables for memories that seemed connected to the mysterious woman and the crimson triangle. Each one painted a clearer picture. She had been a scientist, a whistleblower, who had uncovered a massive conspiracy. The government, known as the Unity, had been using the memory market not just to profit, but to control dissent. They wiped memories of rebellion and dissenters, selling them to unsuspecting buyers like Theo. But the most chilling discovery came when Theo stumbled across a fragment that didn't belong to the woman. It belonged to him. In the memory, Theo saw himself standing beside her. They were in a dimly lit room, surrounded by papers and glowing screens. She looked at him with fiery determination. "You're the only one I trust," she said. "If I don't make it, you have to continue the work. Find the others. Bring the truth to light." When the memory faded, Theo collapsed onto the floor, his mind spinning. He had been part of this rebellion. But why couldn't he remember? How much of himself had been taken? As Theo pieced the fragments together, a knock sounded at his door. It wasn't the polite knock of a neighbor. It was sharp, deliberate. He froze. Through the peephole, he saw two figures in dark suits, their faces cold and emotionless. Unity agents. Theo's heart pounded as he grabbed his sketchbook and the remaining vials. He bolted for the fire escape just as the door splintered open behind him. On the street below, Theo blended into the crowd, clutching the precious fragments of his memories. He knew he couldn't stay in New Dawn City, but he also knew he couldn't run forever. Somewhere out there, the rest of the truth waited. The woman's face haunted him, her voice echoing in his mind. Find the others. As the Unity agents scanned the crowd, Theo slipped into the shadows. The fight was just beginning.
To be continued.